Hi, my friends. Welcome to this session appropriate for everyone. So if you have osteoporosis, if you consider yourself a beginner, this is perfect. But it's great for all of us because we're going to be working on strengthening our hip bones, our femoral neck, which is where the hip joint is shaped like a neck at the top of your femur or thigh bone, goes into your pelvis, and that's going to be our focus. We're going to do some impactful movements that may not seem so yoga-like, but it'll hopefully be effective. So gather up what you need. All you need is a yoga mat. Really, you don't even need a yoga mat. You need a chair that's not going to slip. So that's why I have a chair on my yoga mat, because I'm going to be using this chair for support. So go get what you need, and I'll meet you back. We'll be standing in Tadasan on 2 feet and allow ourselves a moment to get grounded. Welcome back. Ready to do some basic yoga. We start in the first foundational posture called Tadasan, mountain pose. And all we do is stand on our 2 feet, if we have 2 feet. And if even standing on 2 feet feels shaky for you, hold on to a chair. It's all good, okay? So 2 feet. So root down on those 2 feet. Take your mind and go to the soles of your feet, and then lift toes all the way up. As many toes as you have, pull them up as if there were strings on them and you're trying to pull them up towards the sky. And then while you're doing that, see if you can find engagement of the muscles around your kneecaps, your thigh bones, and your butt. Notice if things change as you start to become aware of them. Notice sensation. Okay, and then plant the toes back down. And I start with the feet because feet are the most important, or our foundation. And if we're going to concern ourselves with knees and hips and backs, we have to start with feet. Holding on to your chair for support if you like, we'll stand on your left foot, lift up the right leg, and then rotate your right ankle around and around, make circles. And then reverse direction. So now you're in a balancing pose right now, right? You're standing on the left leg, and that's putting some load right away on your left hip bone. Meanwhile, this right hip is working to hold up your right leg, and your foot is getting some mobility movement practice. Now point and flex, point and flex. Just move your foot around all kinds of random ways. Good. And then step back down and step it out. And then other side, you can root down in your right leg, lift up the left, rotate your ankle. Go one direction and then the other. And I was chit-chatting on the other side, so let's make sure we move our foot in lots of random ways. Toes and go point and flex. Good. And release. Good. Step it out. Okay, so yoga is about connecting your mind and your body with your breath. So using your breath, you're going to step one foot out to the side on an inhale. Exhale, bend your knees a little bit and do some easy squats. And then side to side. Again, if you need to, you can hold on to the side of your chair. So you don't have to go too far away from this chair. Now pause. Place your hands on your belly. You have a soft bend. It's an easy, very simple squat. Put your weight in your heels. Lift your toes up again, hands on belly. Breathe into your belly. Exhale through your nose. Put the toes back down. Good. And now we're just going to go gently side to side again. Let the knees travel over the foot a little ways. If you feel sensation that is not comfortable, don't do it. Pause, stop, change your position. Okay. And now we're going to march. march. Think. This is good. We're working on impacting the hip bones. Notice. Take your mind into soles of the feet. Can you feel your heels touching down? Balls, toes. And now can we step out and in? Step out and in. Out and in. So you're taking that side, out and in. Out and in. March. Now this one leads. Out and in. Out and in. Out and in. March, march, march. Okay, pause in mountain pose. Okay, support of your chair, root down in your left leg, lighten up on your right, rotate the right hip out, and we'll do variations on tree, starting with the shrub. The shrub is the foot is low, heel touches the shin. See if you can activate the muscles of the standing leg and hold. Can you let go of the chair or not? That's easy, or not. And then you can stay there, or you can use your hip muscles to bring your foot up higher on your leg. Now, it might be right by your knee. If that is the case, do not forcefully press your foot into the leg. No, just lightly touch. Energize the muscles on the standing leg and hold. Can you let go? Don't have to, but if you can, give it a try so your brain can be challenged in the balance. And then you can stay there, you can go back to shrub, or you can lean down, grab your ankle, and put the foot in your inner thigh. In the traditional tree yoga pose, you might have seen folks do, or maybe you did it, you do it. Okay, in this time, because your foot's in your inner thigh, and your thigh's in your foot, you can activate and press your foot, press your thigh, everything comes together, and then you're really working all those muscles. Find your version of tree today and hold and balance. Doesn't have to look like somebody else's tree. Trees have a lot of different shapes and balance, right? Tree is an awesome yoga pose. Why? It forces one to be present. So that is the true practice of yoga, is to learn to become present in the moment with mindful awareness, and we can get strong and balanced along the way. Okay, to release, the knee comes forward, and then you put your foot down, and then you can take a moment, because you put a lot of weight on the standing leg. You might want to pick up that leg and rotate the ankle again, and do the other side too. Okay. Other side for tree. Okay, because it's going to be a little more symmetrical and easier to show, and probably easier to do, I moved the chair. Root down in the standing leg, the other side. Rotate the hip out. Shrub. Heel into shin. Toes on floor. See if you can find alignment here. And just because it's really good for your brains to do things differently, on this side, if you're comfortable letting go, let go, and take your arms to a different place. And maybe feel your shoulder blades to come together. And pull back, open up into cactus. Ramp your head back a little bit. That's your great posture. Okay, and then practicing other versions of tree. You can take the leg up higher. This is a hard one and a good one, because it forces you to work your hip. And don't worry, hold on to your chair if you need to. Hold and breathe. And then this one, some of us have done this this way for years, and it's actually a little easier if you can get your foot up there than this one, because this leg is doing all the work. Okay, all the muscles have to do the work to hold your leg there. This one gets support. because you're resting your foot on your inner thigh. See what I'm saying? Okay, hold your tree, your favorite version of tree right now. Any of those we just practiced are good, with or without the holding on to the chair. And when you are ready to release, the knee comes forward before you put your foot back to the earth. Great, so that's tree. All right, now, next up, spine lengthener. I'm going to put the chair forward so that I have space on the mat. I'm going to hold on to the chair with both arms and walk back, walk back. My feet are hip width apart, my arms are shoulder width apart. Bend and straighten the knees, and then I'm going to find a place where my perception is that I have a straight back and arms are straight, and I'm pretty much in 90 degrees. Bending the knees, sticking the tailbone out, and then straightening the knees. Looking straight down and trying to feel that your ears are in line with your arms. You're going to hold this. Breathe and breathe and breathe and breathe. You can do this at a wall. You can do this at your kitchen counter. This is a variation on downward dog. Find breath. Great, and then you're going to soften the knees and walk forward until you're standing up. Very nice. Okay. Impact. March. This is why one of the best things you can do for your bones is to go for a walk. But it needs to be a brisk walk. Brisk and impactful, not a leisurely stroll through the garden, nope, but kind of a power walk. And let's step out again, because that's going to also work your hips. Step out. Step out. Step out. Okay, let's lead this way. Step out. Step out. Okay, great. All right, now, this I haven't been doing until recently, and I would like you to see if it's going to work for you. One-legged heel bounce. You may find it doesn't feel right on your knee or your hip, in which case, do two-legged heel bounces, 2 feet down. But let's try one-legged today because it's going to put additional load on your hip. So you're standing with support of the chair, root down in one leg, lift up the other, come up onto the tippy toes and ball of the standing leg, and come down with your heel for 10. That's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up for a little bit of a hold. You can lift that bent leg up a little bit. Maybe lift your arm. It's a balancing pose. And come down. Good. Step it out. And the other side. So we'll lift up and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One side feels very different than the other, right? 8. And you don't have to do any of this. You can always modify, do something different if something feels inappropriate for your knees or your hips. Okay, I lost count. Here we go, up for the hold. It does feel very different. And release, good, and step it out. All right, so that was fun. One-legged heel bounces. Finally, for today's short but effective hip strengthening session, let's take our chair, sit in it, yay, sit on the edge of it, have nice posture here, root down in 2 feet in your seat, shoulders back. We're going to lift up one leg and rest the side of your ankle or the side of your foot on your thigh or right near your knee. So this is figure 4, which we can do. Sometimes we do this on the mat. Okay, now for the hip strengthening part, engage your core. Right now it's a hip opener, a hip stretch. But now let's lift the foot off the floor and try to balance. Woo, it's hard. So you can put your hands on the chair. Flex both feet, please. Good, and then lower, and now go ahead and cross over just like you're sitting in your normal sit in a chair, cross legs. Easy, easy twist. I know we all have low bone density, but this is a good thing to do. Your belly button is going to just gently go to look that direction. Your upper body is gentle going that way. No cranking, just relaxing. This is good because your spine is getting a little bit of movement, which is important, without putting compression on that's dangerous. Good. Look forward, uncross, step it out. Other side, figure 4. Hip opener. You may feel sensation here. I know I do. Okay, and then for the balance and the hip strengthener, foot comes off the floor. This is a tricky one. Hold, flex both feet, balance. Spine stays straight. If you need to hold on, you hold on. Obviously, I was able to do this posture a little easier on this side than the other, and this is normal. We are not symmetrical beings. You're going to find you need to make adjustments, support yourself on different sides in different ways. Okay, and release. Cross over, sit tall, easy twist. Lengthen first, relax the shoulders, turn from the belly button. Just imagine your belly button has a light on it and it just wants to start to shine over that way. Not behind you, you're not looking behind you. You're just looking that way. Take a breath in. On your exhale, look forward, undo your legs. Awesome. Okay, and that is it today for easy yoga, balancing impactful hip strengthening session. And now we'll finish up with a very brief but effective mindfulness meditation in order to align your energies, because that's what we do here in yoga, is to bring yourself into balance physically, but also mentally, emotionally, and dare I say, spiritually. So all we're going to do is find seated mountain Tadasan. So it's great if your feet are on the earth and that your spine is straight and your shoulders are relaxed and your chin is parallel to the floor. Let's sweep the arms up. They'll come wherever they come. Hold them up for a moment. Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale, bring the arms down beside you. Now, we're going to bring the palms into a little mudra. We're going to rest one hand by the navel and the other hand, they're cupped. We'll cup the other hand and it's just going to rest right there in front of your navel. Anywhere in front of your belly is fine. And then sit up tall, chin back, shoulders relaxed. Close your eyes. And with eyes closed, I simply would love for you to notice your breath. Inhale through your nose to the count of 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. Pause for 4. And now inhale through both nostrils for 4. Hold your breath. Exhale through your nose. Pause at the bottom of your exhale. One last round. Inhale. Hold your breath. Slow release. And now please return to a normal breath. Open your eyes if you had them closed. Allow your hands to come out. Maybe rub your thighs, rub your hands. And then bring your prayer hands together right at your heart center. And we say, Namaste. Thanks so much for joining me, and have an awesome rest of your day. If you are new here, I hope that you will go ahead and click that subscribe button and join us for more Forever Yoga videos. If you liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up. You just click the like button. And if you have some comments, questions, concerns, you can go below the video and make a comment. So I'd love to hear from you. And that's about it. So thanks so much, and have a great day.